Good morning and welcome to Coffee Ann, the longest running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocket.radio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
And it's Coffee Ann on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. It is April 2nd, day after April Fool's. Well, did anybody get snookered yesterday?
No.
No?
It's a lot more fun to do jokes today, though.
Well, it is.
Because people get really upset.
Because they don't expect.
Yeah.
So what did
They're just not expecting it.
what'd you do, Ed?
I didn't do anything.
Oh, okay.
I've been nice.
That's Ed Carew from the Carew Investment Group. Good morning, Ed.
Oh, hi there.
And that's Linda Tebow. Good morning to you, Linda.
Good morning.
I mentioned earlier, I saw two good jokes that made it onto online yesterday. That some people fell for. Some people got it right away. But one of them was that Robert Kennedy dropped out of the race and became Donald Trump's running mate. And people thought it was true because it looked like it was coming from the Washington Post.
Oh,
so that was pretty funny. And the other one was that Robert Kraft has sold the New England Patriots.
I saw that one.
People were like, what? Huh?
Really?
First
Yeah.
Tom, now
Yeah.
Bill, now Kraft is
Yeah,
sold?
yeah.
It's like, it feels like, can you remember what day this is?
Yeah.
I think I saw another one, too. Something about the Red Sox shut out the Oakland A's or something.
That's true.
Oh,
That actually happened last night, 9 to
Last night.
nothing.
It was 5-0 when I went to bed.
9 to nothing was the final
9.
score.
Wow.
It was 3 to nothing when I shut it off, and they were looking good. More on that in just a minute. But Ed, it's time for your first message from the Carew Investment Group.
okay. Thanks, Joe. Good morning, everyone. Are you retired or retiring soon? Well, that's great. Congratulations. You may be retiring, but your money can't afford to retire. I'm Ed Carew of the Carew Investment Group, excuse me, at 68 Cumberland Street in Woonsocket. At the Carew Investment Group, we offer personal investment management of client money, especially from the proceeds of their 401k distribution after they leave the workforce. So to find out more about our services and for professional management of your investments, you can call me, Ed Carew, or you can call my son Paul Carew at 765-8880. Securities are offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
All right, Ed, did you see any of the Red Sox game last night?
Yeah,
Starting late.
first 3 innings.
Oh, okay. And Linda saw it, and so I saw some of it as well. But you must notice how many empty seats are at Oakland Coliseum. Well, they're moving.
Oh, yeah.
They're moving to Vegas.
Oh, that's right.
And so,
Maybe.
well, they're supposed to knock down the
They-
Tropicana
Tropicana.
and build something
Yeah,
there.
I saw that.
But they're not moving until like 2028.
Yeah, right. That's why I say maybe.
That's
A lot of stuff can happen.
And they, but boy, the team is not that good. It shows in the fans not showing up.
5 errors in the first inning.
Oh,
You
wasn't
think-
that was ugly, huh? Yeah, and simple things like
Like
hit off
catching the
like
ball?
catch the ball and throwing the ball. I mean, it really is simple.
Basics.
Your basic baseball errors are happening. It's like, and but I thought Kevin Youkilis had it spot on yesterday. He goes, "There's nobody on the A's of a real veteran status." He came up, and there were, hundreds of veterans that were there that could show him or tell him how to get better. A's are full of young kids, and so maybe they'll be good in 4 years or so
4 years, yeah.
when they get there. So, but for the next couple of years, they're just going to be just god awful.
Well, they better rise to the occasion. They're getting a pretty fancy.
Well, like I
Deal.
said, if it happens,
Yeah, that's true.
and Vegas wants them to come, and Oakland, I don't think wants them anymore, and.
Well, they probably don't care.
Maybe they don't.
Right.
Well, obviously the fans don't care because they don't go to the
They
games.
don't get
Yeah,
right.
and it was
yeah.
a beautiful day
Yeah.
yesterday in Oakland, California, and there was no reason not to go. So, but seeing 5,000 fans in that, I don't even know if that was the final total, but it looked like 5,000 fans spread out in that huge
Yeah.
Coliseum.
Yeah.
It looks like there's 100 people here. It's like, oh, this is embarrassing, and most of them 5,000 were Red Sox fans. Have moved up to California.
Yeah.
You just see them because you look in the stands. You see everybody in white and red shirts.
Yeah, right.
No green and gold anywhere. It's like they're all Red Sox fans. This is amazing. All right. Well, that was going on with the Red Sox. So, and they're in Oakland again tonight. So maybe things will keep going their way. Sue, did we have a nice Easter, everybody?
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very
Good,
nice.
Good. Family come over.
The family was there. The grandkids, they're all adults. They're not kids anymore. And 3 dogs.
Well, of course.
The three dogs were all there having a grand old time. One of them celebrated a birthday, one of the dogs.
Okay.
Well, actually, I should say first the humans did too, and then the dog. I made a birthday cake for the dogs.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Isn't
I
that cute?
looked up the
Nice.
recipe.
How to make a dog birthday cake?
Yes,
Okay.
I looked it up and took 20 minutes.
Did the dog appreciate
They loved it.
it? There you go. Ed, you have a good Easter?
I have a quiet day.
Quiet day?
Yeah,
Good. All right.
which is good.
Excellent. All right. Glad that went well. So I wanted to start. I wanted to wait to April to start talking about it because it was just way too far in the future. But are you excited about the eclipse, or is this just a ho hum thing that's coming next week? By the way.
Well, I wouldn't use the word excited.
Okay.
I find it interesting, and I
That's
like
happening, okay.
that it's happening in our lifetime. I think that's neat, and I will remember to get out there, but not look at the sun.
Can't look directly at it.
Yeah, but I was surprised that we're going to get. They said we're going to get 90% in this neck of the woods.
Yes.
I didn't expect that.
What did you expect?
Just a little bit.
A little bit,
because I
okay.
thought you had to go up to Vermont. What is it? No, New
Burlington, Vermont is
Vermont.
is one
Yeah,
of the
they're
better
going to
places.
get the totality.
Yes. So they're going crazy up there, by the way.
Oh yes.
Don't try to get a hotel room in Burlington, Vermont.
No. Well, see, that's why I'm not excited. I wouldn't go to that extent to
Okay.
go see totality.
All right. Ed, is this doing anything for you?
Well, I'm interested in it. I
Okay.
like that type of activity, and I just hope it's not a rainy day and we can't see it anyway.
I know. Well,
Well, they're
as
predicting sunny.
as of right now, it's going to be sunny.
Sunny.
Yeah, they got a tough time predicting tomorrow or the day after.
Well, tell me. I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Did you rush out and buy your special eclipse glasses? So
No.
you can...
No,
No,
I
I
didn't,
didn't.
because I'm not going to look at it. Will that affect the horse? I don't know.
The horse is not
There's-
going to look at.
No. I mean, the fact that it happens. Do you think they have
Like
a
it's
sense,
dark. It's
like,
time to go to
that
sleep.
there's an issue with the animals? I always wonder about that. Does that spook them?
I don't think it'll spook them. It might confuse them.
Like they don't know what's
The-
going. Yeah.
Well, yeah, they seem to be able to tell time.
Well, that's what I mean.
I know
my
and
dog
like
can-
they know it's time to go in the barn.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Be-
yeah.
It's not dark yet, but they know that it's time to go in the barn because it's going to get dark. So they might say like,
But that's
"Hey,
what I mean. In the
where'd
middle of
this
the
come
afternoon.
from?"
Yeah, why is it dark all
Well,
of a
that,
sudden?
you know, that's what I wonder.
Yeah, I mean that's a possibility.
That they
but
get
I don't think they'll be afraid of it.
No.
I brought up the glasses, and experts are already warning people about fake eclipse
yeah.
glasses ahead of the event on April
Yeah.
8th. Real eclipse glasses are specially made to block almost all visible light, and the American Astronomical Society warned the market right now is full of cheap knockoffs,
Yeah.
and it could cause blindness.
Yeah.
The society provided a list of reputable markers of eclipse eye products if you go to aas.org. So, if you see the eclipse glasses for $1, they're probably not the right
the right
ones.
ones,
they're
yeah,
not. They're
yeah.
not the good ones. So
Well, I guess we'll just experience like darkness, right?
it'll get dark.
It'll be dark.
Yeah, for what, 20 minutes, a half
Yeah.
an hour, and then they
yeah,
still start
yeah.
getting light again.
Yeah.
And I know Delta Airlines and other airlines are actually scheduling flights to go from Dallas to like Chicago or to Indianapolis, specifically during the eclipse, so you can watch it from the airplane
Ooh.
if you're on the right side of the correct
Yeah, I
side
was
of the
going to
plane.
say you better be on the right side of the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, with your glasses. So, we're going to be hearing a lot about it for the next week.
Yeah.
And some
Yeah.
people are just
Yeah.
all, this is it. And then, of course, my daughter told me yesterday, there's the other side of everything. There is the, not the conspiracy theorists, but the doomsday people. It's the end of the world.
Oh. Well, they used to think that
Got us
in
on
the old
everything.
days.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
they-
I know,
they
when
always
this
were
happened.
I'm
gone.
sure they
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Something's eating the sun.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Well, I guess there's some people that are still around, and
Yeah.
they're telling you to stock up on water and canned vegetables because this is it. This is going to be the end of the world
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Everything will be fine in half an hour.
Yeah.
I don't know when's the next eclipse after this.
Well, this one I think is a long. It happens. I
don't know how many years.
lots.
Yeah, yeah.
No, they did say it.
All right. So if you're getting ready for it, I hope you enjoy it. If I know a lot of people are rushing up to the northern part, upstate New York and Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, I'm sure my son's going to get a good look at it. He's
That's
up in,
right. He's up there. Huh?
He's actually kind of on the same level as North Conway, New Hampshire. If you go North Conway, you go east. As the crow flies, you'll run into the town that he is in. So I think he's far enough north that he's going to see a pretty good thing of this. And of course, he works at a ski area, so they're all pushing come to their place and go to the top of the mountain
Well, yeah.
and really get a good decent look at it. So all
Wear
right,
your glasses.
and bring your real glasses.
Yeah.
And my daughter was asking me, why can't I look at the sun? Because you'll go blind.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know why. It's a phenomenon that happens when when the moon goes in front of the sun and you get the corona,
The corona
on the
around
outside. It's
it.
much brighter.
Right.
Why? It is.
Yeah.
I don't have the real reason for it, but just don't look at it.
Yeah.
Because I said so.
They're not.
I was just going to say because I said so.
I used to work when she was 5. At 18, it doesn't work so
No,
much
I know.
anymore.
No, yeah.
Then she wants a real reason why not to do
Yeah.
it.
To
'Cause
understand.
It's gonna hurt. So we had a tractor trailer jackknife on Route 146
Yes. I
yesterday.
saw that.
Yeah, it caused part of the closure of Route 146 North Monday night. And officials say the truck and a sedan collided, and the highway was closed down for about an hour. 2 people were taken to Landmark Medical Center. Their injuries were not disclosed. The driver of the car was arrested for obstruction and license-related charges. And if you dig into it, he's like, he didn't have his license, so he gave a false name. Oh, great! Now you're in more trouble if you caused the
Probably,
accident.
and the car wasn't registered or insured.
Or insured, so it's like that. It's like we were talking about yesterday. Everybody get their. Did you guys get the Amber Alert last Friday from Chicopee,
Yeah.
Massachusetts?
Yeah.
No.
You didn't get.
No.
This is how it's odd how some people got it and some people didn't. But anyway, the guy out there allegedly steals. He goes to steal the car, which I think was left running, by the way, by the mother.
Yeah, it was.
And so there's a 3-year-old in the back of the car. Now, most times when this happens, people either carjack a car or steal a car, and there's a child. They usually stop right away, and put the child just on the sidewalk, and then they keep going. For whatever reason, this guy decides not to do that, and he's in Chicopee, and he drives over the state line to Connecticut, and then he lets the child out. But it's too late. You've driven over the state line. That's another charge.
Yes, it is. You brought the child over the state line.
Yeah. I'm like, I know you probably didn't study law, but
Well,
when
I
you were
don't
stealing
yeah,
cars,
steal
but
a car. Yeah, right.
but he was probably shocked as could be. Oh, we're going to throw this other charge on you because you went over the state line.
Yeah.
Well, if I'd known, I wouldn't have done that.
I wish people would stop leaving their children in the cars.
Stop leaving the car running.
Well, both though.
Both,
Yeah,
yeah.
both.
I know, and it's a pain.
It is.
I've
tough,
had the young
yes,
kids in the car seat. Oh, they're fine, or they're sleeping.
But you take, yeah, you.
But if you got to go to the store, you got to take them out
take
into the
them
car
out
with you.
of there. Take
Yeah.
them with you. You know, I don't even like to see them leave an animal in the, you know, but they can't take them with them. You know.
I don't know. So there was that accident yesterday. There was another accident in Foxborough involving a car and a tractor trailer. It was on Route 1, about a mile south of Gillette Stadium, where the tractor trailer is stopped. He's going to take a left. It must be a light or something. He's going to take a left onto another street, and the car comes up behind him and doesn't stop, and just rams. Of course, this driver died in the car. It just rams into the back of the tractor trailer. Driver of the tractor trailer was fine. Didn't affect him at all.
Yeah,
But the driver in the
sure.
car passed away because he basically went under the truck.
Oh, we went on. Oh boy.
And just it's a mess. If you see the not the video, but if you see the still pictures of the car stuck under the tractor trailer,
Yikes.
just imagine there's no more top to the car. It's just So that happened in Foxborough yesterday. Another another situation with trucks and cars not colliding, and the trucks coming out on top. All right, more coming up here on the Coffee and program. We have other stuff to get to, and we will. You can call in comments or questions at 766-1240. But Ed, time for a second message, please, from the Carew Investment Group.
Okay, thanks again, Joe. Good morning again, everyone. Ed Carew here of the Carew Investment Group, 68 Cumberland Street in Woonsocket. Our telephone number is 765-8880. And if you're looking for an investment firm that puts you first and works hard on your behalf, I'd like you to consider us. We're right here in Woonsocket, and we've been in business since 1987. So you don't have to go out of town for an experienced advisor or work with an advisor based in Boston or New York or who knows where, probably someone you're never going to meet. And we encourage our clients to come to the office and sit down with us as often as they like. Why? Because we like to do business the old-fashioned way. We want to get to know you on a more personal basis so that we're more attuned to your financial needs. So if you're interested in speaking with us for a free no-obligation consultation and find out more about how we'll invest your money, you can call me or Paul at 765-8880. Securities are offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC, and advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
Thanks, Ed. More of the Coffee and program coming your way. Stay tuned.
For an Allstate agent, providing protection options that fit your life is something they take, well, personally. Allstate agents are committed to learning about your needs and helping customize protection to meet them. From bundling your home and auto insurance with ease to evaluating optional coverage, your Allstate agent can help build an insurance proposal that fits your life. And just as important as learning what you need is learning what you don't. Because helping you get coverage you want with savings you deserve is what Allstate is all about. It's time to get coverage that's catered to you. Are you in good hands? Call Kara and Celeste Benjamin at the Benjamin Agency. One agency, two locations in North Smithfield and Bellingham. One telephone number, 765-5000. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores. ON Radio. All right, it is Coffee In here on ON Radio, and we're just talking about the benefits of playing Powerball and Mega Millions, and there's not that much benefit to it.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, name one.
Well, that's right, because they said, oh, yeah, I won $4. Yeah, but you've paid. What are you up to now? About $1,000 into paying for it to win $7. Yeah. So the question goes to Ed. Do you go... you too, Linda. But do you ever shop at Kohl's? Department store at Kohl's?
I don't know if I've ever been in a Kohl's.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big shopper.
Okay. You just haven't gone with Jane and say, let's go pick up some stuff, and you're just with her?
No.
Okay.
No.
This doesn't going to apply to you then.
No.
Yeah,
Linda, okay, you've been to Kohl's?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they do this at Kohl's, Ed, when you go up and you put all your products of what you're buying, and they scan it, and they say, okay, your total amount's going to be $125. And then when the receipt prints up, they're told to do this. I know this firsthand. They get the receipt and then they circle something at the bottom. They say you've saved $430.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And I have family members that don't yell back, but talk back to the cashier. I haven't saved a dime.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
I gave you $125. You're going to give me product, which is fine.
Yeah.
But to think I've saved money?
Yeah.
No, I just spent.
No, I saved because I didn't go.
You didn't go. That's right. And he said that if I came here and you gave me all this product and I didn't pay for anything, then I saved money.
Then I saved a ton of money.
But see,
But
me
they're
giving
on
you money.
sale. But they're on sale.
That's
and
right.
that's why you saved all this
Yeah.
money, right?
I didn't save a thing. So it's a new quarter, Ed, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
It is.
Is there anything that we need to look forward to? Anything on the horizon in the new quarter? Will things be better than the last quarter? Or-
No, boy, there's no way it can be better than the last quarter. You're talking
Okay.
about the stock market, I
Stock
suppose?
market.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
No. It ain't gonna be better than the last quarter.
No.
No. I've been saying
well.
for 2 or 3 weeks now that
I
we're
know.
due for a correction.
Right.
Well, I still say we're due for a correction.
Okay.
The market was off a couple hundred points yesterday. Probably gonna be. Man, we were up over 10% in the first quarter.
Right.
That's
So
a good
things are
year.
good. Yeah, it's a good year. So it's a really good quarter.
Yeah. So don't look for 10% more this quarter.
All right. I can look.
You
I
can look
hope.
all you want, yeah, but you better go to Kohl's if you want to save. No, it's not reasonable to expect a repeat of last quarter.
Okay.
I'm not saying it'll be down 10%.
Right,
I'm just saying that
But
a
don't look for
5% correction at any time is normal.
Yeah.
You're supposed to get a couple a year. We haven't had a 2% correction
Yeah.
in like forever. Now, well, forever is an exaggeration, but
Right.
you know, it's been a while.
Okay. Well, good to know. don't lower
Yeah.
lower the bar.
So yeah, right, exactly. So prices, if the market comes down a little bit, don't be running to hide into a cave or anything like that. It's like normal.
Normal. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in the old, there's always two sides to every story. Okay.
At least.
At least. And something's happening down in southeastern Massachusetts, and it's down in the Fall River area where a man was arrested over the weekend, I think on last Friday, and because what two teenage girls, 13 years old, said he was trying to lure them into his car, and he was at a Target parking lot, and there's video of him in the parking lot taking stuff out of the back seat of his car and putting it in his trunk. And they say he tried to lure the girls, and they said no, and then ran off to Target, into the Target or they ran home or something like that to call the police. The man, who's from Somerset, was picked up at a Walmart parking lot, again doing stuff with his car. And so he was arraigned yesterday, and he's got his. This is where there's two sides to every story, and so he's got his defense, and they say no, the girls have it all wrong. He talked to them, but he says they were almost hit by another car in the parking lot, and he was asking them if they were okay. And he had most of his family in the courtroom as like character witnesses, saying he's got many nieces and nephews, and he's got kids, and this is not him. This is not his character. He would never do something like this. So it's all going to come down, and it's like, well, who's right? Who's telling the truth? Did the girls hear what they thought they heard, or what? So the judge, let him out on bail, $1,000. Not really a lot.
No.
And he's due back in court June, I think. So I'm like, there's always two sides to every story. And I said it to my mother one time years ago. I go, there was another story similar to this that was in the news. And I said, but you don't know what all the facts are yet, Mom. Oh, yeah, well, this is, bad guy and like this. I said, you know what? We lived next door to another family, and they had 3 daughters and one son. I said, if the daughters decided to accuse Dad of something, all they would have to concoct was a very good story to just convince the police to arrest him. And now next thing you know, he's in the news. Hasn't done anything, but you don't know. Now you have to defend yourself, and then you'll be on the back page months from now. Oh yeah, that was dismissed or something like that.
Yeah.
And now all people know is Dad might have done something. Same thing with this man, if he's innocent, but he still he was the guy that tried to lure the 2 girls into his car. Maybe they got it wrong, maybe they didn't. I don't know yet. But you got to keep an open mind, because you just never know what the actual facts are. And not that I'm saying that the girls were being malicious, but they could have been. I don't know.
But those two things don't really sound like, are you okay?
No,
They don't even sound like.
I don't know if he said, "Are you okay? Do I need to bring you somewhere?" Maybe he said that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
When you say two sides to a story, and then
Yes.
there's the truth.
That's why I said there's at least
there's,
two.
At least two, but then there's the what actually happened. Yeah.
Right. So, So we'll, I'll try to remember the story when it comes back up in June. I say, oh yeah, that's right. That took place. Okay. So down here in Rhode Island, the Scott Avedisian, who is a DOT director, or is he DLT?
No,
Or is he RIPTA?
He's RIPTA.
All right.
He's RIPTA, and he was the mayor.
Yeah, okay, RIPTA. But it looks like he was involved in a car accident.
Well, he rear-ended a car
Allegedly.
allegedly in
In a driveway?
a drive-through.
Oh, drive-through.
Was it McDonald's or Dunkin' Donuts? One of those places.
And I know he
One of those things, yeah.
he turned himself in, and now the press is coming to him looking for a statement, and he's go talk to my lawyer. He's lawyering up, as they say on TV. I don't want to answer any questions. Talk to my
Well,
talk to my
and
lawyer.
that's appropriate when there's pending litigation.
Mm-hmm.
You keep your mouth closed.
And now, in a similar story, in Canton, Massachusetts, the police chief up there, Helen Rafferty, she's been cited. She stuck a pedestrian while the pedestrian was in the crosswalk in the town-owned SUV
Whoa. Well, that's the other thing, because Scott was in
in his car, right?
No.
No?
No,
Oh, he
no,
wasn't?
No,
Oh.
he was. No. he
The
was-
state car?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So this incident in Canton happened back in February in Rentham, Massachusetts, but it was just released yesterday. The man was struck in the crosswalk on South Street in Rentham, and he was wearing a reflective vest, and he got hospitalized with serious injuries.
But in the crosswalk.
But in the crosswalk. Now, the police chief, Rafferty, she admitted to striking the man and concedes that because of ongoing controversy involving Canton police, she should have issued a statement sooner than now. I don't know what else is going on with the Canton police, but she's not saying. She did admit she hit the man, and it just makes you wonder. There's all sorts of, not just your phone, but there's all sorts of computers going on in police cars.
Yeah.
Was she looking at something else?
Did
Was
you-
she distracted? Yes.
Did you say Rentham?
The accident took place in Rentham, but she's in her Canton-owned SUV,
Yeah.
driving it around from Canton. But why is she in Rentham? Maybe she went to the outlets. I think South Street is where the outlets are, but I'm not positive on that. So why what, Ed?
Why is she?
Why is she driving
Why
that car?
is she driving the town SUV, the police SUV, from Canton
To Rentham.
into Rentham? If
Well-
it's not official business.
I don't know what the rules are, but if you're issued the car, is it now your car to drive at all times?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
That's
And it depends because
You're a
as
town administrator.
well,
so
yeah,
talk
and
about the
mine
police
was to
chief.
be used. I wouldn't take it out of town or anything like that.
But what about the police chief in North Smithfield?
Well, they're on call 24/7.
So they could drive the car anywhere?
So they should be driving it, and yeah, I would assume that the chief is on call 24/7.
Well, yeah, if needed.
Well, that's what I mean.
So maybe that's it, Ed. Just in case they
I
need
mean-
to go to an event that's taking place somewhere in Canton, get here as fast as you can.
Yeah. Well, either get here as fast, but if you're going there, certainly on business. But it depends. Like when I was town administrator, I was town administrator 24/7.
Yep.
So
So did you have a car
I did.
paid for by the town?
It was one of those cars that they take drug cars, and it got seized, so I had a Volvo. I said, I'm driving a drug car here, but
It's not a Genesis like Ed's.
well, yeah,
hey, wait, my car's not a drug car.
no,
Well, this is a.
yeah.
Since it's an SUV, I figure it's a real.
It must
Police
be
car.
Those
That's
police
what I'm-
Cars.
yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
that's
they
what
have
I'm
all the
thinking.
bells and whistles.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. Mine did not have bells and whistles.
All right.
No.
Well, you're not a police person.
Well, I'm not a police person.
But it could be an undercover car, so it's not all marked up on the outside that says Canton Police, but it's got everything you need or they need
Yeah.
on
Well,
the
usually
inside.
the chief's car is marked.
As police chief?
Police, yeah.
I guess
Good
maybe
questions, though,
maybe it's maybe it is something that a perk of her position to have the car 24/7. I don't know.
Yeah.
Thinking back on it, I do see many police cars on 495 SUVs. Plymouth County and Plymouth and different towns. Even Boston. I'll see
Yeah.
them on 495 when I'm going home or whatever. So maybe it's normal. I don't know. Beats me.
I've also noticed because I've had Massachusetts State Police people live nearby, and they always drive the Mass State Cruiser, but they don't only for business. They don't take it out and just running down to Stop and Shop to pick up some groceries.
No.
But you see
Yeah.
many. You see people in fire. The fire cars, not the fire trucks, the rescue. You see them where they're pulling in to get, maybe a coffee or something like that.
Yeah, but that's okay if they're on duty.
Yeah, if they're on duty, yeah.
But it's like Joe said, I don't think you go do your weekly food shopping with it.
Well, no. I drove around town in mine.
Okay, well that's around town.
Yeah.
You were
Well, no,
three towns
in
away.
my own town. Yeah. Well, and I will tell you, when they say it's on police business or whatever, but recently I live next door to a church. It's in Massachusetts. I'm in North Smithfield, and they had obviously a very formal funeral, and I mean there were cars, sheriff cars from every town and township and city in Massachusetts that you could believe. I didn't know there were so many, but they were, and they were sheriff cars.
Yeah.
They came from all over, and but I mean, I guess you could call that on business.
Yeah,
because,
I would think so.
on something for something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, she admitted to hitting him. So I
Well,
don't know if she
hitting
got-
them, I think the big thing was hitting in the crosswalk.
in the crosswalk
Is a
and-
big deal.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
So she apologized for not saying this earlier, and it doesn't say what kind of punishment that she will get, if any. And he's still, he's got serious injuries, but it looks like it's not life threatening. So, so it just makes you wonder if he's in the crosswalk and wearing a reflective vest. What was she doing driving that she didn't see
Yeah.
that this guy was walking there?
Yeah.
So
No matter what vehicle she was driving.
that's
You
right.
know,
Yeah.
in a crosswalk.
All right, break time here on Coffee Inn, and more coming your way. Time for the forecast, which is being brought to you by Allstate Insurance.
60% chance of rain today, mainly in the afternoon. Mostly cloudy skies and a high of 48 with winds from the northeast up to 10 miles per hour. Less than 1/10 of an inch is possible today. Tonight, an 80% chance of rain before 2 a.m. and then just a slight chance of rain after 4 a.m. as it lets up a bit for a while. It'll be back. Low of 37 overnight, northeast winds increasing to 15 miles per hour, 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch possible overnight. Wednesday's weather, a 90% chance of rain mainly after 11 a.m., high of 42, winds from the east gusting over 30 miles per hour, and 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch of rain is possible Wednesday. Wednesday night, 100% chance of more rain, possibly a thunderstorm between 7 and 8 p.m., then rain after 8 p.m. as well. Low of 35 Wednesday night, windy with wind gusts over 40 miles per hour. New precipitation amounts between 1 and 2 inches possible on Wednesday night. Thursday, more rain, high of 42, an 80% chance. Breezy northeast winds over 35 miles per hour. Friday, a chance of rain after 10 a.m., mostly cloudy, a high of 45. Saturday, mostly cloudy skies and 44 with a breeze from the north. Sunday, mostly sunny with a high of 50. And Monday, sunny skies with a high of 59.
Currently outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street, where we have cloudy skies and 46 degrees. Some people just know there's a better way to do things, like bundling your home and auto insurance with Allstate. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today. Winning the silver medal in ON Radio's Best of the Blackstone Valley for Best Gardening Store Nursery is Belo's Flowers. They remind you that if you still need Cubics wood pellets for your stove, they have 40-pound bags available, or you can buy it by the ton. Fresh flower arrangements along with indoor and outdoor plants, including pansies, are in store right now. Stop into Belo's Flowers today, 665 Diamond Hill Road, Woonsocket, voted one of the best of the Blackstone Valley. Belo's Flowers. One of our gold medal winners in the Best of the Blackstone Valley is Marshan Environmental of Blackstone. They won gold in the category of septic service. They also won silver in the junk removal dumpsters category. For information, visit marshanenvironmental.com, one of the best of the Blackstone Valley.
Hi, I'm Greg Bell, the host of When Radio Was.
Why, Mortimer!
Bill,
Is that you under that blindfold?
Bill, with this thing on, I can't see who I am.
No, I imagine not. Can't you see anything at all under that blindfold?
On a clear day, I can see the blindfold.
You can.
Yeah.
When Radio Was, shows from the past for today's imaginations.
When Radio Was airs Monday through Friday right here on ON 1240 Radio at 11 a.m. and 11 p.m.
And it's Coffee In here on ON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan with Linda Tebow and Ed Carew. It is Primary Preference Day in Rhode Island, even though Trump and the other guy, Biden, all have their delegates all set and ready to go. But basically, it's to come out. You can vote for who can be the delegates that go to the convention. So maybe if you're on that list, you want to go and vote for yourself, obviously. And maybe it's a friend of yours too. So,
Yeah.
but that's basically what you're doing.
I think it's the biggest waste of money.
You're is because you
I-
got to pay the poll workers to be there for
Well,
8
yeah.
hours.
Plus, you have to, like set stuff up.
Oh, yeah,
and,
yeah.
And the people that
And you gotta,
we know who it's going to be. People.
I know it doesn't.
You know?
It doesn't matter who you vote for this time around because they already have the delegates
And
enough.
send whoever delegates you want. I don't care. You know. Well, I'm not a party person, so I really don't.
Well, that's.
care who goes, but we know.
And Rhode Island's not the only state voting today. There's
no,
got to
there
be
are
some
other
others.
states. Yeah,
I just don't know. We just don't join Super Tuesday. Just be part of that.
be part of it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you feel like your vote counts for something.
It's. I think it's a waste. What they say, 1%, 1% of people have
Oh, yeah.
voted, and I think you're not going to see a whole lot more.
And the towns know it's going to be a low turnout today. They're expecting less than 20%. I'm thinking less than 10.
Oh, less than 10
is coming out to vote.
probably,
It's funny because all the polls, and it's open here in Woonsocket right now.
Yeah.
But Block Island, they say we know the turnout's going to be so low. We're going to open up the polls at noon
Well, there you go.
and probably
Yeah.
close at 6
Yeah.
because all 7 people that can vote.
Right.
We
exactly.
figure they'll all come at some point
We're
during
up at
those hours.
12 to 1.
I know
So,
that's for
Well,
voting.
right,
So you
yeah,
can come on your lunch
yeah,
hour.
Yeah.
All 4 of you.
Yeah.
Bring a sandwich.
All right, I'm sure there's more people that are voting on Block Island, but it's just funny that everyone else opens up at 8. Nah, we'll open up at noon.
Well,
Do
I
a
don't
really
think
low
really
turnout.
they need 8 to 6 or 7 or whatever.
Yep. So it is primary day, primary preference day. So if you're registered to vote, you got nothing better to do. Go out and vote and say hi to the poll workers and wake them up.
You have nothing better to do. Go for a walk before the rain.
There you go. All right, Ed, keep an eye on this. Up in Massachusetts, there's a man that's he's put together a committee to possibly challenge U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren for the seat.
Okay.
City Council President in Quincy, Massachusetts, Ian Cain, C-A-I-N. He's been an independent, but recently changed his affiliation to Republican. The 41-year-old Cain has been on the Quincy City Council since 2016 and is the panel's first black and gay president. Cain says he plans to make a formal announcement about a possible Senate run later this month.
Intriguing. Isn't
It is intriguing because how can Warren attack? Can't attack his race. Can't attack his sexual orientation. She'll be the bad guy. Can't do that. Oh no, she's gonna be. Now what do I do? Well, let's see. When they say we're gonna make a formal announcement, that usually means they're gonna do it. So usually.
Usually, yeah.
And once the committee's been put together. Yeah, let's do it. We got enough.
Start raising money then.
We got enough people behind us to get you in there. Well, okay, so there you go. Shoot, let's see other things going on. The Rhode Island Senate passed a parental caregiver leave bill on Thursday. It was a 31-3 vote, so pretty overwhelming. It would expand paid time off for parental or caregiver leave from 6 to 12 weeks. It'll double it. Yep.
Yeah.
There is a companion bill in the House that was under committee review as of late last week. So if passed, the expanded temporary caregiver insurance plan would take effect January 1st of 2025. And go from paid of 6 weeks to 12 weeks. And when you weren't having kids, you had none, right?
Right.
Paid to have kids? What are you kidding?
Yeah. No, I wonder what the businesses are thinking about that because.
Something else we got to pick up.
Well, no,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. That's going to impact businesses.
It sure will.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. Because they're going to have to pay for it and pay for 12 weeks, and that's 3 months or so. And that they'll have to. That's their burden now. Pay for this employee. Can't fire them. Can't lay them off.
No.
And you're going to pay for them to not be there. They said it was bad enough when it was 6 weeks, but now it's 12 weeks.
Yeah.
I took advantage one time of the Family Medical Leave Act, but because I was the father, mine was unpaid. So my wife took the 6 weeks of paid leave, and then she went back to work, and then I took time under the Family Medical Leave Act, and I forget how many weeks it was.
Yeah.
It was 8 or 10 or something like that,
Yeah.
but not paid. And and in the meantime, the place I was working at the time, it wasn't here, moved, and they went from this part of Quincy to that part of Quincy. All right, not a real big move for them. It was about a mile between buildings, but when I mapped it out, it was going to be an extra 10-minute commute to get from my house to that part of Quincy with all the extra traffic. So I went in one day, brought my new baby with me to show her off, and then at the end of the visit, I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
But here's your desk. This is where you're going to be. No.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, what are they going to do?
Yeah. Yeah, but family leave of absence, though, you know, you're not paid. I
wasn't paid, yeah.
Nobody. I took a family leave of absence once to be with my mother when she, you know, to be her caregiver when she was on hospice. But you don't get paid,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So interesting. So the only impact it may have that they have to have somebody do what it is you do while you're not there.
Well, this is not the mother. This is a parental care.
Parental care, right?
Oh.
No, I get that. I know, but still,
Not a bad deal.
but-
I didn't have this in Massachusetts.
well, when I had my kids, I wasn't working, so it didn't matter. But you know, the impact on business has got to be
That's gonna be big.
big because it's twice of what they're doing now, and well, good for those moms and dads.
Yep, they're born at the right time, I guess.
Yes,
to,
they are.
to take advantage of this. Up in up in Mass, the Governor's Council is expected this week to consider Governor Maura Healey's proposal to pardon those with simple marijuana possession convictions. Didn't they already do this?
We did.
Well,
Didn't
she
they
said
already
she
vote
was
on it?
going to. I don't know if they've voted.
Oh, she hasn't
on
done it yet. Okay. The Boston Herald reports the council scheduled an informational hearing for Wednesday. Healey announced the plan last month, saying it would erase hundreds of thousands of convictions. The wheels of justice turn slowly, so she just haven't done that.
It's a process.
Isn't everything a process?
Everything's a process.
Everybody's we gotta have meetings and we gotta rubber stamp everything. Public opinion. And should we do this?
That's why the wheels turn
So slowly.
slowly.
So simple marijuana possession. I guess that means you weren't trying to sell it. It was just on you or
Yeah, personal
or in
possession.
your car,
Yeah.
kind of thing. So
And you didn't have a ton of it that you were going to sell.
less than an ounce.
Something there's a number to it. Yeah,
yeah,
personal use kind of thing. That's what they're talking about.
I think we had the story last week. I think it's up to 83% of Americans. Someone did a study. 83% say it should be legal. It's and that number keeps growing. That number every year that number gets higher. And just say, and what people don't understand is why marijuana is still on the federal list of narcotics that are banned. Because it really affects some banks and credit unions who won't take their money. They won't open accounts for these cannabis businesses because it's all marijuana money, and they're insured by the feds, so
Oh, that's true.
they stay away
Yeah.
from it.
Yeah,
Some do, some don't. So
yeah.
oh well. So and we talked about last week with Maura Healey, right, about her vacations,
Yeah.
and then
we did,
okay,
yeah.
all right. And how she'll tell us after the fact.
Yeah.
Do you,
That's
you feel
important.
happy about that?
I could care less.
Doesn't affect you
But
at
you
all,
were
huh?
worried there at that. You know, you didn't know where she went on vacation.
I was not worried.
So I'm a little surprised that the whole thing that's going on in Baltimore with their port, none of the ships are being diverted to Boston. I thought for sure some would come up this way.
Yeah.
We can't send them all to New York and just go up a little farther north. But no, it's not likely that any cargo ships will go to Boston. Spokesperson for the Massachusetts Port Authority said Boston could handle more cargo, but it's more likely the vessels will go to ports in New York, New Jersey, and Norfolk, Virginia. We're just too far north. The Massport spokesperson said shipping companies will do what's most efficient and cost-effective for them. But it's here if you need to. And I didn't hear anything about the Port of Providence either.
No.
They could take cargo ships too.
Yes.
But I guess New York is about as far as from Baltimore as they want to go.
They could probably send some further further south too.
South, yeah. I think
You know,
they,
like
they did
Savannah
start-
or
Yeah,
you
I
know.
think they had said they were sending them south.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just cheaper to go, more cost effective to go to southern?
Well, I don't know.
harbors?
I don't know the distance between Boston
Mhm.
and somewhere south that can handle the shipping.
Yeah.
They say they've opened up a lane, small lane.
Mm-hmm.
Those the
in
smaller
Baltimore.
ships, yeah.
The smaller ships.
Smaller
That get
Smaller
that now.
ships, not as deep.
get it
Not as
out.
deep, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
but,
it's shallow. And yeah.
But it's a process because they're trying to cut up the bridge in pieces that are salvageable.
Can you? Yeah.
And so what a process, and just
I just God bless that Corps of Army engineers, but
yeah.
when you look at it, it's where do you begin?
Yeah, I know.
I don't
Where do you
know.
begin? It's almost like if they take this piece and that'll
Then what's going to happen if we move this piece? What happens to the
That's
rest
why
of
they
it?
call them engineers. But wow,
Yep.
it seems daunting.
It's above
where
our
do you-
pay
where
grade.
do you
to
begin,
To use
huh?
a good cliche.
Well, yeah.
That I wouldn't be able to figure it out. I don't know. And didn't I hear that they couldn't get to some of the bodies because
Because of, yeah,
the bridge is in the way.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's too dangerous,
Yeah.
and the water's too murky.
Yeah.
And they're saying
How
that,
sad is
that
that?
they can't see down there.
Yeah. We have
They're
to
trying to
remove
do
it.
salvage by feel.
Yeah,
Even if they bring lights, it's just too murky. The
Yeah.
light's not
Yeah.
cutting through it.
yeah.
Wow.
And all I keep saying, compared to that, being stuck on traffic and the
Yeah.
on
Now
the
it's
bridge.
not as bad.
Nah,
Huh?
you're not in the river,
Absolutely. All right. Break time once again here on the Coffee and Program, and more coming up. Please don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Coffee and Program here on ON AM and FM.
Think about the things you're thankful for, and you'll probably think of your home, family, good friends, and a great auto mechanic. Yes, a great auto mechanic can be a real comfort in your life. That's why so many people take their cars to Henry's Auto Repair on Park Avenue in Woonsocket. In fact, so many people trust Henry's that Henry's won 3 gold medals and 2 silver medals in ON Radio's Best of the Blackstone Valley contest. Why don't you join them? For inspections, oil changes, brakes and tires, comprehensive repairs, or preventative maintenance, it's the award-winning Henry's Auto Repair, 1068 Park Avenue in Woonsocket.
Hi, this is Bill from Henry's Auto Repair. I'd like to say thanks to all our supporters and customers for voting us best in the Blackstone Valley.
The St. Anne Arts and Cultural Center presents the 14th annual Breakfast with the Saints on Sunday, April 28th from 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Enjoy a delicious breakfast buffet under the magnificent frescoes of the St. Anne Arts and Cultural Center. Tickets are $20 in advance or $25 at the door and are available at Belos Flowers, Creative Impressions, The Honey Shop, Timeless Antiques, Vos True Value Hardware. Visit the St. Anne Arts and Cultural Center website, or to reserve a table, call 401-486-9380.
Coffee Ann on ON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with Ed Crew and Linda Tebow. And some pandemic-era policies have expired in Massachusetts. And one of them was, and they had this in Rhode Island too. I don't know what the policy is in Rhode Island. But in Massachusetts, no more cocktails to go in Massachusetts. Which I understand why they did it during the pandemic. It was a way to generate money and generate sales. I'm like, this is just not a good idea.
No.
You don't want people to drink and drive, and here you are handing them cocktails out the drive-through window.
Yeah.
Now, promise you don't drink it until you get home.
Well, because they said when they were selling them, though, they had to be closed.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a cover on it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just going to go around the corner and take the
Take
cover off.
yeah.
Oh yeah, you could have opened it, but the ones that I saw were not only covered, but there was a seal around it.
Oh, there was.
Oh,
a
was
seal.
there? All right,
Yeah,
well,
that's the
okay.
way
They
Stone
had to be
Forge was
sealed.
doing it.
All right.
Yeah.
There was, a seal. No, it wasn't impossible to break the seal,
Right.
but
it
it was
More
like if you,
challenging,
if you get stopped along the way, that seal better not be broken,
by the police. Okay.
whether you're drinking or not.
Yeah.
What about people bring in straws. You know, just poke a hole in the top of that plastic cover.
Well, you couldn't do that. It wasn't a plastic cover.
Yeah.
What was it made out of?
It was a metal cover.
It was.
Yeah, on top of it was like a.
All right. I'm
yeah.
thinking it's the thing you get at McDonald's.
Well,
Oh
I
no,
remember
no, no!
they-
It was like a real
substance.
bottle with
Yeah.
a real cover and a seal around it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, see, people are much smarter than me that think these things through.
Yeah. Well, no, I remember when they said they were going to do that they had to be sealed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And one of the others was, and this seems to be a big thing in Boston, the expanded outdoor dining
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
went away, and so they won't be able to do that. And I know the restaurants in Boston want to do this, and they keep getting shot down by Mayor Wu, who won't.
Well, was
let
it just
go
the
on.
North End that won't? She wouldn't let do it.
Yeah.
The rest
And
of
others could.
Yeah.
So I don't understand that unless it's a parking thing.
Well, I
car
from
thing.
what I the way I understood it was that the residents of the North End, like a lot of the restaurants, were on like the first level, and there were people living
Yeah.
above it,
Mhm.
and they just didn't want them sitting out having dinner at 11 o'clock at night,
Yeah,
making
talk-
a bunch of
making
noise
noise.
and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, that's the way I understand it. Again,
Right.
I couldn't care less.
You just don't go to the North End of Boston for dinner.
No, no.
All right. So Linda, you've had a number of dogs
Yes.
over your lifetime.
Lots.
This is probably not going to come as a shock to you, but a new study shows that dogs can understand certain words.
Oh, yes, they can.
Food.
Oh,
Let's
pizza. Yeah.
Go for a walk.
Yeah.
So
Cookie.
sure. Cookie.
Treat. Treat.
Treat,
Works. Treat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Treats,
You want a
okay.
They
treat?
understand a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of animals understand a lot.
Oh, they understand a lot. And
know.
even like time for bed. They
Okay.
yeah.
I'm not going to car.
Yeah.
Well, I've noticed people that I had a dog for a little while as a child, but not a very long period of time. But I know people that do, and you just don't use the V word in front of the dog, and it's vet,
yeah.
because they know that word and they run and hide.
They won't. Yeah.
And, oh no, I'm not going to the vet. So the way dogs can understand how some words refer to certain objects suggests they could understand words in a similar way to humans. Researchers in Europe said they were inspired by studies about the way infants understand the world before they can speak, and decided to try similar experiments with dogs. And they found that brain activity in 14 of the 18 dogs they studied was different when they were shown an object that matched a word compared to a mismatched image to a word. So they're learning.
They're learning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
That's
do
a
learn.
bowl. I get
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Well, yeah. I mean, my little dog now like I'll tell her Brady's coming or Lily and she
Yeah,
knows their
she
names.
gets excited.
Todd. Yeah, she knows the names of her people. and like my daughter's dog Brady, she'll say Grammy's coming or you want to go in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they
So they
do.
pick up on the certain
They
certain
do,
words.
and maybe it's the way we say it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I don't know, but and my little dog Nellie, Dave likes to get himself a small pizza, and we have to spell it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We have to spell it because if he says I'm gonna go get, she's
Yeah,
like
all
okay,
excited.
Yeah, yeah.
because he gives her a little piece.
Can I have pepperoni on mine?
Yeah. So
So you-
yes, they do
We're
understand.
going for Pizza.
We have to spell things. Yeah.
Eventually they'll figure that out too.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Hey, food, pizza.
But yeah, it's. I think people that talk to their animals,
Mhm.
Yeah.
that talk to their animals, I think that's how they. It's almost like a response.
Yeah, yeah.
I say this, you do that. You know,
Mhm.
and so that's how they.
Yeah, they understand a lot of
They
stuff. You know.
understand.
I remember sometimes when, like, Jane had come home,
Yeah.
and like if it was a night she was working or whatever, and she'd come home and the dog would hear the car come in the yard,
Yeah.
and the ears would perk up, and she would look at me, and I'd say, "Jane's coming home."
All right.
Jumping up
Yeah,
and
yeah,
down,
right.
you know, run to the
exactly.
door,
They
jumping.
know, yeah,
They know
They
Jane.
do know the words.
Oh yeah, they know.
And you know what else? To beyond words, I think they sense your feelings too.
They sense your feelings, and they sense the way the inflection that you put on your words.
Yes, yes, yeah, they do. They do.
I've seen studies like that where if you're talking to the dog, but you're saying not bad things, but you're admonishing the dog, but using that high voice.
Yeah.
You're such a bad dog. You know, you did something terrible. They get all excited.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
because it's your
Yeah.
inflection.
Exactly. Exactly.
Anyway, so it being April, tax day's coming.
Yes.
If
it
you haven't,
is.
taken care of that, April 15th, and that's a Monday this year.
TikTok.
Although that's Patriots Day.
Patriots
isn't it?
Day,
in
you get
Massachusetts.
extra
day-
time,
extra
and
day.
if you live in the great state of Massachusetts,
That's
the Commonwealth.
right, the Commonwealth. But millions of Americans will be able to file their taxes using the IRS's new free online filing program. That's according to an IRS estimate. 19 million, or nearly 12% of all individually filed tax returns, can be processed for free online. Commissioner Danny Werfel said in a video released over the weekend that taxpayers across 12 states will be able to be filed using the program for the first time ever. The IRS previously said it expected much fewer Americans to be eligible for the program, only hundreds of thousands compared to 19 million. So
Right.
my daughter was able to file for free.
She did her own?
I do it for her.
Oh, okay.
I use an online program that says this is free to file federally, and then it says, okay, let's check if we can file for free in your state. And you click, okay, check that, and it does, it does this round thing. And yep, Massachusetts is free as well. Just hit this, submit, good to go.
Just make sure that you're doing it on a real approved site.
I am.
Because you
yes,
could,
huh?
see, there are some scams going on
I
out
bet
there
there
just
are,
to
huh?
get your information.
Yeah. I
Your
bet
file,
there
you pay them, or they get your information. That's all
Yeah.
they want.
I
you
want
know.
it, yeah.
I've been using the same service for the last couple of years. I've been very happy with them, and it says she gets a refund, and the refund shows up.
Uh-huh.
So
No, that's good.
I think it's working out okay. So sometimes some people are just lucky. Eugene, Oregon, a man narrowly missed being hit by a flying 4-foot saw blade.
Oh yeah, I
I
saw
saw
that on the
that. I
news.
Yeah.
saw it.
Wow.
Oh my.
Now, a construction crew was using the blade on a piece of equipment when it flew off at a high speed, raced across a parking lot. Wow.
God.
Slammed into the wall of a convenience store. Surveillance video showed a customer going through the door seconds before the impact. Wow. The blade was embedded halfway into the wall next to the door. Scary.
Oh God, they showed that.
No one was hurt.
Oh, thank God.
Wow. And I thought when they first said it, must be someone working with the blade, part of the construction crew.
It was huge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's not. It's just someone that I'm going in to get milk or buy a Powerball ticket. I'm just trying to win millions. I didn't know I was going to be attacked by a 4-foot blade coming racing at me.
Wow.
I wonder how fast it was going. If they could get like a miles per hour, if it embedded
Well,
itself
what
in
they
the wall.
showed.
It had to
it
be
was-
moving along.
If you saw it, it was like.
Yeah,
It
real,
was
like a
moving.
blur.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
was moving.
Wow.
It was moving.
All right. Let's see. Anything else going on?
And it would have to have been moving at a speed because you would have thought that it would have flipped.
Yeah, it would have
over.
fallen over or wobble or
It
something.
didn't.
I mean,
Yes.
it would have-
Yeah, it was like an
at
arrow.
warp speed.
Mr. Sulu?
Yes.
Yeah, it's so early in the beginning of the baseball season, but we've already had our first no-hitter
Yeah.
right away. The Astros beat the Toronto Blue Jays 10-0 last night at Minute Maid Park. His name is Ronel Blanco. He struck out 7 batters without allowing a single hit on 105 total pitches. The 30-year-old right-hander pulled off the feet in just his 8th career start. It's the 17th no-hitter in Astros history and earliest no-hitter by date in Major League Baseball history. Usually the pitchers are just, they're ramping up right now.
Yeah, right.
And they were just getting their arms in shape and like that. So these things don't happen until usually after the All-Star break when they're up and going. But, wow, first no-hitter right off the bat. So good for him. And Chris Sale got his first victory down in Atlanta.
He did.
Well, he always does well on his first time out.
Then he hurts his shoulder.
No, then he goes for a second. He goes for a second time. He usually does okay, and then he hurts himself.
Then he hurts himself.
So we'll see what happens.
He went 5 1/3 innings.
Yeah.
Struck out 7.
Wow.
He got the
Gave up-
win, didn't he?
Yeah, he got the win. He got
Okay.
what did he do? Give up 5 hits, I think it was.
Gave up a home run. I knew that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But it's not time for him to get hurt yet.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. I don't wish him anything, but
No.
you know what? I was so sad.
What's
and
that?
I remember that it happened. We were watching. I don't know. The Yankees were on. I think it was the Yankees.
Yankees haven't lost yet.
And I hear Alex Verdugo. He
Yes.
went to, and then I
He
said,
signed with the Yankees.
I was so sad. I said, but then I remembered. Yes, he went. But I said, you know. So I tell these people, don't get too good because they'll trade you.
I think he signed with the other. I think he was a free agent. And he decided to go.
He decided to
or,
go.
or maybe they traded for him.
They traded.
Oh, they did.
I
trade
think
for
they
him.
traded him
traded.
because
They
I
did.
remember when first I say, what's he doing playing for them? Then I remembered
Yeah.
that they traded him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Well, you kind of, I kind of suspected they'd get rid of him because him and Cora weren't
getting
they
along.
weren't getting along.
That's right. I think Cora said, get rid of him.
Oh, I didn't.
This,
really?
there was something going on there
Really? Oh,
in the
see, I
clubhouse
didn't- really?
Yeah.
between
I-
those
I
two.
didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, Cora used to
Yeah.
say, well, he wasn't trying, he wasn't
Right.
running out the running the bases
Fast
at
enough.
full speed and different things like that. I don't know.
He was very good in that corner, though.
He was.
Yep, but
he was good. He had a good arm.
Yep, but we got,
Batted, he hit pretty well.
we got a new guy out there, Tyler O'Neill.
Yeah, he seems to be
yeah.
good.
and he's doing
Yeah,
doing
he's
well.
doing all
so
right. No, I saw that.
latch onto him. So
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. Oh, I
Verdugo had to shave his beard too to go to the,
Yeah.
to the
saw
Yankees.
that. Yeah.
It's one of their rules.
yeah.
No official here. All right, that'll do it for the show for today. Thank you very much for listening in. As always, Linda Tebow, thanks for coming in.
My pleasure.
All right, Ned Crew, thanks for joining us today as well.
Thanks for inviting me.
All right, my name's Joe Callahan. Have yourself a great day. Stay tuned for Gary Smith of the Crew. Do your remembers coming your way at 9:30 here on ON Radio.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news.